Ted's Garage. Working on my Hummer H3 again today. I want to fix the door cam. Basically, the door doesn't stay open. So I'm going to pull the cam, see what's going on. Hopefully I can just fix it without actually having to replace the door cam. I'm also going to tackle the nets in the back of the seats. And I'm going to see if I can figure out how to fix those as well. Alright, let's get started. This is the inside of my driver's side door. The door cam. How often does that happen? That is messed up. So I ended up just welding that piece back on and installing the door jamb or door cam. Sorry, I should have taken a video of that, but totally forgot to actually start rolling. So door is now working properly. It actually holds itself open in the right positions. No problems anymore. I also found that the previous owner didn't actually install the door panel properly, or possibly the previous owner before him. One thing to note is right underneath here there is a long white piece of plastic. It actually has to seat inside of the door seal. So that's done now, so this is all nice and tight. Those clips were starting to wear out. A good trick is to take a tiny little piece of, this is 16 gauge wire. You just clip off like that much and you stick it inside of the clips. It's hard to explain, but after doing that it actually is holding on super tight now as well. That's what I mean. So here's the clips in question. Basically these are, and it's not very strong anymore. Basically they're designed to push outwards and then hold into place. So we're going to take a little tiny piece of wire and we're going to stick that inside both sides and then jam it up as high as possible. Alright, so as you can see, I've stuffed a couple pieces of wire in there on both sides. What you can do is you can use an old nail or some sort of strong piece of metal and just kind of pull up to get them nice and seated, just like that. And the reason why I use wire is because it's got a bit of give to it, but not a lot. But it's just enough that it'll really hold on tight to the point where you'll notice it when you go to pull it out. So yeah, that's how I fix those little clips. Today I'm going to tackle something that's pretty known about the H3, and that's these stupid nets that hang on the back of the seats that don't want to stay on. There's a number of different solutions out there, right down to actually replacing these little clips. But you know what? I think GM actually did an okay job designing the clips. It's not really a problem with the clips. What the actual issue, I think, is what's happening is that these bands are just stretching, kind of like an old pair of underwear. They don't want to hold up anymore. So what I'm going to do is, these bands, they still actually have some stretch to them, so they're still bouncy. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run. Initially, I was thinking run a line between here to here to kind of pull it a bit tighter, but instead I'm going to go from here to here. So what I'm going to use is just some simple zap straps. So I'll use one on either side. Alright, I'll do that and start filming again after that. So as you can see, I got a couple zap straps just pulling on the inner band on either side. Whoop. And that gets these nice and tight now. And the cool thing is I can actually adjust it just by tightening up the zap strap a little tiny bit if I want to make it a little tighter. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, so now I'll go do the other side as well. Got this side on now as well. And you notice this one actually needed to be tightened quite a bit more than this side. So you'll notice there's a lot more of this band on either side than there is here, and that's just because I think these ones are just a little bit more worn out. They're still springy though. They still got some elastic to them, so I think it'll hang just fine. All right, I'm just going to cut off the excess and we'll see how it works. All right, so I'll try my best to do this one-handed. See how it goes. Alright, Alright, so now I do a lot of off-roading, and I will probably have stuff in here. As you can see, they still do give somewhat. I've done the other side as well. So, let's give this a good shake test. I'd say that works. All right. So there you have it. Stupidly simple fix. Just a couple of zap straps on either side, pulling those bands a little tighter, and those things are not going anywhere. Now the funny thing is that as they start to age and the elastics wear out even further, all I got to do is tighten up those zap straps a bunch, and they'll hold on again. So the reason I started this whole endeavor is because on this side I actually have a little block hidden right inside there, and I didn't want to see it. And the reason I have that block there is for my bed platform. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right there, that little block, that is bolted onto the back of the seat, and it's for my bed platform, which folds out. There's the bed platform there. It folds out, and then it sits on that piece as well as the armrest. So I push the seat forward, and then it kind of lands on there nicely. But I wanted to hide it, so when it's not in use, now you can't see it. But to take these off, I can still take them off fairly simple. You can see a lot of springiness there now. So I'm not going to have a problem with off-roading and loading that up. And then when I do want to take it off, I can fold out my bed and should be good. All right, so there you go. Thank you so much for watching another Ed's Garage video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day, guys.